So working on this HVAC control module off of a 2000 C5, it has the infamous dim display, doesn't light up, but all the controls in it work. So apparently there's about 8 resistors inside that just need to be resoldered. So we're going to open it up and do that. On the back side we have 4 bolts that I've already started removing. They are 3/16, really tiny. Set them aside, don't lose them. And with the 4 screws removed, we can lift this off. We're going to see the back side here. Now this side has 4 more screws we want to get to, so I'm actually going to flip it this way. And again, more 3/16. Four screws removed. Now this will pop right out. I'm just going to use a little pry bar here. There we go. And there we go. There's the pins. Alright, so this is the side that we care about. Now what goes bad is these 8 resistors get cold solder joints and they go bad. Just take a look at the back side. There's nothing on the back side, so you can't really do anything on the back side. So the way to fix it is to flow a little bit of solder on the top side here of all 8 of these. And I read something that said, like, the bigger the glob, the better the job. So we're going to try not to do that, but let's flow a little solder in here. Soldering iron's warmed up. We got our solder here. Now what you probably should do is put some flux down, and you don't even need to add solder. But for the not so electronical repair people like me, this probably works. Need to get hotter. Alright, there we go. So dab a little to the iron. And I'm just going to feed it onto our resistor here. So you try to hold the iron steady, but you feed the solder to it. Alright, so there's one side. Gotta do the other side now. Alright, this is my final result. And after doing this finally for the first time, I've realized it's not about adding solder. The way you probably should do this, the correct way, would be add flux and then just use the iron to reseat these resistors. They are surface mounted, and all we want to do is just reseat them. Now this one actually came unmounted on me, and that's how I realized what we're trying to solve here. We're not adding solder, we're just trying to reseat the solder that already exists. Now you can add more to help reflow it and get a little bit stronger of a connection, but really all we need to do is just add a little flux and then just heat it up so it can reseat. But it looks good. Let's put it back together and test it out. All right, I threw it back in the car. Let's see. Hey, there we go. It's working. It's actually working. That's crazy. Now you can take it a step further and take the front apart and replace all the light bulbs behind all these, so that way when it's at nighttime it's backlit. But I'm gonna just keep it simple and just leave it at that. I'm so glad that worked. That was way easier than I thought, just like everyone says. Well, happy that all worked out. Like I said, there's a better way to do it than I did, so I'd recommend you doing that. Flux, just reseat it. Don't really have any need to add any solder. But it worked, and that was super simple to do. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.